Welcome to Cheese Make by Roman Dmitri. Today I'm showing off these frame caps that I printed for my motorcycle named Lilly. If you're curious about Lilly specifically, she's a 2015 Royal Enfield Continental GT 535. I have a dedicated playlist for her on my other channel, Cheese Moto by Roman Dmitri, so be sure to check that out. Anyway, as always, we'll talk about the problem and my specific solution. Let's get started. What's the problem? If I remember correctly, the stock motorcycle came with black plastic ABS plugs. And at some point these simply popped off. There are supposed to be 4 large plugs and 2 small plugs on the frame. I found replacements for these from Hitchcock Motorcycles in the UK for about $20 Canadian each, plus shipping and handling and import tax, and we're looking around $200 Canadian for the whole set. That's a bit rich for my blood and simply unjustifiable. Besides, it's a lot more exciting to spend time and money printing my own solution. Am I right? Am I right? Can I get an amen? That's good for the mind, the body, and the soul. Solution. So actually, I started to print these 3 years ago when I first noticed that they were starting to go missing. The original design had separate fingers that were intended to clip into place and provide tension. But these fingers snapped off due to the layered nature of FDM printing. I then updated the design to have a wave-like pattern to allow for some strength but also flex during insertion. You'll notice there's a tapered edge to make these plugs easier to slide in. 3 years ago I used nylon with carbon fiber, but a few weeks ago I took Lilly out for a spin and I noticed that all 4 large plugs had fallen out. I do remember the fit was a bit loose, but I didn't expect to lose all of them. I suspect that either engine heat or winter shrinkage might have been a factor. Remember, nylon with carbon fiber has a service temperature of about 90 degrees Celsius, and the frame near the engine can probably reach that. But who knows? I'm not a doctor. This year, I'm printing with polycarbonate. It has a service temperature of 120 degrees Celsius, but is a harder material, which means it has less flex, and I'm worried these might literally pop out instead of slide out. If that happens, I'm considering printing a TPU O-ring for the next revision. I used a layer height of 0.2 millimeters this time around, which is thicker than my typical 0.12 for final prints, but 90% of this print is not even visible, so 0.12 millimeter wouldn't make a difference, not visually at least. This resulted in a print time of 1 hour and about 10 grams of material, which works out to about $1 a piece. Not bad, that's $4 for the large caps. Once printing is complete, I wash off the Elmer's glue stick, it's great, and then do a quick sand with 80 and 120 grit sandpaper to smooth out the surface. And that's it. Conclusion. We had a problem and we solved it. Success. We had missing parts and we printed functional replacements in a short amount of time with minimal iterations. These are simple plugs and I think they look great. If I want to get fancy, I could do a design, but I see no need. It's too early to tell if they will pop out again, but I have the whole summer to experiment. And I have a few ideas in mind, like using O-rings or cross-compression design to keep them in place. I don't have a mechanical background, so if you have recommendations, please leave them below. Let's figure this out together. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you found this informative and inspirational. I will leave a link to the model in the description. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. Keep printing, you got this.